The Prime Minister is on a whirlwind candidate announcement tour of Brisbane, where he has picked out several marginal seats to target when he eventually calls the federal election. Among seats being is the one held by opposition leader Peter Dutton.
Taking in the sights of the Sunshine State with the view towards the federal election. No date is set, but the Prime Minister is already revealing the key Queensland seats Labor will target.
And what we did here in Queensland was reduce margins that were double-digit in places like Flynn down to winnable seats. In Ford, we cut it in half. In this seat, we more than cut it in half, the margin.
The seat of Ryan in Brisbane's inner west is one of three in Queensland currently held by the Greens at a margin of 2.6%. Ford, south of Brisbane, is held by veteran Liberal MP Bert van Manen at a margin of 4.2%. Then there's Dickson in Brisbane's north, Queensland's most marginal seat at 1.7%, held by opposition leader Peter Dutton. Former journalist and parasport world champion Ailey France will challenge Mr Dutton in Dickson for the third time.
If you look at the last election, Ailey achieved a swing of almost 3% in this seat. This seat now has a margin of under 2%. A swing of half of what she got last time will see Ailey France elected as the Labor member for Dickson as part of a federal Labor government.
I think we can win this. And I think that there's a lot at stake this election, a lot at stake for this region, a lot at stake for this country. If he implements his nuclear fantasy plan, we're actually putting all the progress that we have made on renewables in the bin.
Mr Dutton unfazed to see the Prime Minister campaign early in his seat.
I think most Australians at the moment, including residents in my own constituency, are worried about cost of living pressures. They're worried about the failings of this government. They're worried about interest rates having increased on 12 occasions and the likelihood of interest rates going up again under Mr Albanese. 3 federal election candidates have been announced so far, but the Prime Minister insists this isn't a sign of an early election.
This is a sign that we're prepared. I've already announced candidates. We've got all our candidates in South Australia. We'll be continuing to announce candidates right around Australia. There's been redistribution. We want to make sure that we have our candidates in the field, in seats campaigning.
Mr Albanese's candidate announcement tour of Brisbane is continuing over the weekend, and he'll return to southeast Queensland during the second half of next week. In Brisbane, Harry Clark, Sky News.